Imaginary Friends Heist. So there I was, on a lazy Saturday afternoon, babysitting my niece, Lily. She's a bright, imaginative 7-year-old with an endless stream of ideas that often leave me bewildered. This particular day, she was adamant about playing school, which was perfectly fine until she declared that the lesson plan was to count to infinity. I thought this might be a good opportunity to teach her about the concept of infinity, but she had other ideas. Her method involved introducing me to her imaginary friends, each one supposedly representing a number on the way to infinity. At first, it was just cute. "This is Bob," she said, pointing to an empty chair. "Bob is number 1. Then came Sally, who was apparently number 2, sitting next to Bob. By the time we reached number 10, a makeshift classroom of invisible students surrounded us, each one with an elaborate backstory more complex than the last. Lily described their imaginary lives with the gravitas of a seasoned novelist, and I played along, nodding seriously at the increasingly absurd tales. Somewhere around number 27, I started to lose track of who was who. But Lily, with the focus of a mathematician and the flair of a storyteller, carried on undeterred. Things took a turn for the bizarre when Lily introduced me to number 34, named Gerald, who apparently had a penchant for stealing imaginary lunches. "Watch out," she warned. "Gerald once took number 16's PB&J and blamed it on number 9. I nodded, trying to suppress my laughter, as the story spiraled into a dramatic courtroom scene where numbers testified against each other. We reached number 50, and I was baffled, wondering how long this would go on. But Lily was relentless, and the classroom grew more crowded with every passing minute. Finally, after what felt like an eternity of imaginary introductions, Lily paused, a look of intense concentration on her face. She leaned in, whispering conspiratorially, "You know what, Uncle Mike? Counting to infinity doesn't really end." I nodded knowingly, expecting a child's philosophical insight. But she grinned and added, "Because every time we reach a new number, Gerald steals the last one and runs away." At that point, I realized I'd been outwitted by a 7-year-old's logic. And that, my friends, is how infinity gets a little bit longer every time. A real number heist, courtesy of Gerald.